Those fuckers think they're close. I think they're cornered rats. It's going to be bloody right to the end.
We got a big problem here. Eden's Gate's been dumping some sort of psychotropic into the water supply. I think it's made from those goddamn flowers.
Have you met Faith? She tries to get inside you. I can't tell if she's real or a dream. But I know she's evil.
I saw things before, but now I see things, you know? Used to be just happy squirrels and shit. Now it's dudes with guns and evil shadows. I fucking hate that!
Did you have a vision? Faith dosed me with bliss, and I saw the Father come to me personally and tell me terrible things.
I've seen heavy caliber weapons from the moment I got here. Faith has us outgunned. We just have to fight and hold on till help comes.
You can see a family resemblance in the Seed family. Except for Faith. It's weird.
At every step in the pilgrimage, they make you learn about Joseph. How he received his first vision, his coming here to our home, how he made folks flock to him, except it's probably all lies.
You need to be careful around here. The mist, it's dangerous. It plays tricks with your mind.
I thought Faith loved me, but the Cougars told me that was just a bliss when they rescued me. Still, sometimes I still long for her laugh, her scent, you know?
If you start hearing voices or having visions, try and stay calm. It'll pass. Remember who you are and why you're here.
Who the heck is Faith, you know? Joseph treats her both like his daughter and his sister. How much does she know? How influential is she? It's all twisted together.
You don't know what's happening here. Not really. None of us do. Except her.
I underestimated Faith. That was a big mistake. She got her followers armed to the teeth and drugged out of their minds.
The Peggies mix up God and their father. That's darn near blasphemous.
When I was on Bliss, it was like Father Seed was next to me, always talking straight into my ear, like he knew me to the core of my being.
Faith came to Hope County to detox, like tourism of hillbilly country for rehab. But Joseph took a shine to her, and she was reborn. Hell, her real name ain't even Faith. It's something rich like Riley or Rachel.
Before things went to shit, you'd see angels work in the fields. I thought they'd just taken a vow of silence or something. I didn't know the cult brainwashed them or something.
Those maniacs we're fighting can't be reasoned with. They won't surrender, they won't quit. There's only one way to stop them.
The only way to really get to Faith is to follow her path all the way to the end. There's no safe way.
You inspire us. Faith has been keeping us scared, but with news of John's death, well, that gives us hope.
I would love to see you knock Joseph's glasses plumb off his dumb face.
Don't get fancy with the angels. You bring him down with a shot to the head. Anything else is wasting ammo.
Be careful what you drink and stay clear of the heavy mist. This drug they're using is powerful.
The drugs the cult makes here get sent to other parts of the county. God knows what they're doing with them.
I don't think Faith takes you into the bliss. I think she takes you to her bunker.
I really hope the marshal's okay.
Most people don't get another chance once Faith sets her sights on them. You were lucky. Don't waste it.
You ever heard the angels? That sound ain't human.
Listen up for a second. Whatever happens, do not let the cult take you alive.
The winds that change are rising. The Cougars are gonna take back our home.
Once Faith gets into your head, she never ever leaves.
I'm so numb, this place is draining my will to carry on. Maybe a leap of faith would be easier.
I hate the angels. They move too damn fast. You get one of those things chasing you, pop them with a headshot. That'll stop them dead in their tracks.
The first time Faith appeared in front of me, I shot her. She vanished into a puff of smoke.
Heard Jacob Seed was killed. I hope I didn't dream it. So hard to know what's true out here in the Henbane.
The jail is the only safe place left out here. Cult can't get in there.
We're all hoping you can save us from this darkness. Joseph and his ilk are willing to scour the earth for their insane plans.
The more you're exposed to the bliss, the faster it's gonna eat through your brain and turn you into one of those monsters.
So many folks have been tricked or coerced or forced to walk the 13 steps to enlightenment. It's the most horrible propaganda you can imagine.
It makes me sick to see the Henbane under fire like this. twisted by that woman, Faith.
Everything's so messed up.
Is faith even real, or a mass hallucination caused by bliss stimulating hedonic hotspots in the insular cortex? I wonder about this stuff when I'm on break.
This ain't normal. None of this is. And yet, it's the world we live in. I guess I shouldn't be so surprised, knowing a bit about our horrible history of blood and violence.
Guys heard smarter shit in the writer's room.
The only path I want to follow is the one that gets me out of this nightmare.
I can't let Faith fool me.
When Faith talks to me, she makes me believe that she loves me above all others. Isn't she wonderful?
If you see Faith, aim for the throat. I can't take any more of this singing.
She flies. It's impossible. People can't fly.
My brother OD'd on Bliss. He said he couldn't stop the sounds. Baby crying, weird singing, even chickens clucking. Faith took him.
It's getting worse.
You get dosed with too much bliss, you hear things, see things. I once saw Faith. When I tried to grab her, she turned into a goddamn bear.
I'm trying to put on a brave face, but all this mist is really unsettling.
Oh, it's a lot more chill around here. Can almost imagine staying. Psych! I want to get back to the city, but the frickin' roadblocks, you know. Sure as hell didn't hallucinate those.
The only way to get to Faith's bunker is to walk the path, but anyone who walks the path becomes an angel.
Hope County is a disaster, just like the rest of this country. We never should have let Italians be considered white people.
Oh, geez, yeah.
It's really hard to help people when those people might not exist in the first place.
This mist scares the living shit out of me.
Just look at the angels. Those freaks are warnings to the rest of us. Get out before you wind up just like them.
I don't want to be here.
Joseph's sister's name isn't really Faith. She was called Rebecca or Rachel when she first came here, looking to detox from her sin. But she just replaced one drug with another. She was born a junkie.
I hope the cult drowns in that fucking bliss soup. Rots their brains and casts them to a life of hell on earth.
The Cougars will do whatever it takes to rip these piggies out of our home. We'll weed them out of their godforsaken garden, all right.
I can almost taste our victory.
I hope Sheriff Whitehorse knows what he's doing.
We need your help against Faith. She's forcing innocent people into some kind of grim ritual, making them walk a so-called pilgrimage.
You got a lot of gravel in your gut, don't you? You're gonna drive Joseph snaky.
I never imagined it could get so bad so fast. I don't feel like I'm doing enough, howling at the dark enough. But news of Jacob gives me hope. Faith doesn't fight clean like John or Jacob. She's like a ghost. A dirty specter.
Deputy, you've shown the seeds are not unbeatable. The Cougars will fight Faith with you. Amen.
I never killed no one, but hearing about Jacob Seed's demise gives me great satisfaction.
This is the next war. None of us will stand down and let them take our homes. Mark my words, it's about to get worse.
Now's the time for action.
Faith is the cruelest bitch of all. It keeps you going when all is lost. Keeps the pain alive when all you want to do is let go and find peace.
Jacob was the devil. Amen to his death. Of course, Faith is another kind of demon altogether.
My stance on drugs has completely changed, let me tell you. Not that the government's right exactly, but,
It's kind of hard to stay focused.
My mom never listened to me when I told her what the cult was up to. They made her walk on her knees for the fucking pilgrimage, whipping herself bloody. She was out of her mind by then, long lost to me.
I hear Faith's got her hooks in the Marshal. She'll take him apart and sew him back up and get him to say he loves her. She's a goddamn demon.
Faith is a liar. Never, ever forget that.
What Faith does is manipulate you, make you feel wrong, then lie and say only she can make it right.
Those white flowers get turned into some kind of liquid. The cult uses it to brainwash people.
You seen them angels? Be careful. They're like brain-dead animals. They'll just swarm you if they get a chance. Don't give them an inch.
makes me sick to know those angels used to be human. That could happen to us.
Being out in this mist makes my skin crawl.
The water is tainted, the air. They even lace the food they serve the angels to keep them compliant. We all need to leave this place.
Faith sends people down the path, but the only thing waiting for him at the end is a bunker full of drugs.
We gotta keep hitting the cult where it hurts.
I still want to make sure our folks are safe.
Yeah, there's so much shit happening.
I feel like I keep hearing someone laughing at me, and it's driving me insane.
There's a group calling themselves the Cougars gathered at the county jail. They're managing to hold their own against the cult.
Virgil told me about how the cult's got all these cooks and chemists looking over Faith's drug production.
I'll never turn my back on an angel. One time I killed one of them, then I walked away. The damn thing rose from the dead and came running.
Faith's gonna dump a bunch of lies into that marshal's head. She ruins people from the inside out.
I don't think anything you see in the Bliss is real. It can't be.
There's a lot of people counting on us out here.
That marshal deserves everything he gets. This is all his fault.
I vote we shoot first and ask questions later.
I don't want anything to do with the Bliss.
Those Cougars fighting out of the prison are doing the Lord's work. I hope it's enough.
Faith must have a weak spot. We just gotta figure out what it is.
I'd take Faith singing over your yammering.
I thought the feds would come in and fix this mess. Now I go to sleep wondering if I'll be alive tomorrow.
Never thought I'd see the day where I was hunting ghosts.
Trying to think of something encouraging to say.
This magical path Faith puts people on, it leads into a bunker, not some promised land.
I'm not so sure I trust the marshal anymore.
The Cougars are doing what they can, but Faith is still taking people into the Bliss whenever she wants.
Those Peggies are doing some inhuman shit out here.
Whatever drugs the cult doesn't use goes straight into Faith's bunker.
We have the skills to do this.
Faith doesn't stand a chance.
I mean, the Peggies have been around the Henbane longer than me, but suddenly acting like hornets instead of sweet, fuzzy bumblebees? Surprised the shit out of me. No joke, I pooped.
I've had enough of this trippy bullshit. I'm glad we're fighting back.
I don't want to be here. Can't let Faith get in my head.
Everything Faith says is a lie. Even her name. It's not the one she was born with.
There's nothing we can't handle.
There's a lot of people like us in the Henbane River, moving from place to place, just trying to survive. I never believed it would come to this.
I'll die before I get trapped in the Bliss.
Killing John's got to have made Faith all snaky. I'm afraid shit's gonna get even weirder out here along the Henbane.
Be good to yourself, and be better to the people who matter to you. Life's too short to live any other way.
I'm losing my mind.
So much shit happening all at once.
I don't know what's going on.
Faith? I heard she was a drug user before she came here, before Joseph brought her into his family. He knows how to exploit everyone he meets.
Faith's illusions can't save her now.
Sooner or later, Faith is gonna hit us back hard. We need to be ready.
The cult set up these shrines along their pilgrimage path. They're big and they pump out some kind of mist that's full of drugs.
We didn't know what Faith was up to out here, but now we have a responsibility to take her out. Hope you're with us.
I always wanted to play for the Cougars, but this is even better.
This fight is long overdue.
No use sitting here crying about it. I don't want to die here.
Taking out John was a good deed. The Cougars will help you against Faith.
Faith is pissed. She sent out folks scouting for you. Tread lightly.
Faith just takes people over and over. There's no stopping her.
We'll take it one day at a time.
The marshal kicked over the hornet's nest coming in here, but we can't let Faith have her way with him.
Keep your head on swivel. Ain't no telling what spooky shit Faith will throw at us next.
Those Peggies better leave.
I've seen things you wouldn't believe. Attacking bears on fire off the shoulder of the road. I watched Faith laughing in the dark near Wagner Gate. And then it was all gone, like mist in the rain.
The only way to save Henbane River is to kill Faith. No matter what Faith or any other voice in your head says, your life is important and you deserve to be here. Don't lose yourself.
I told my kids you can't trust the government to bail you out. This is what we prepared for. Taking care of our own.
Damn cult won't leave normal folks alone. They're forcing us to hear their sermons, breathe their drugs, take a leap of faith to prove ourselves God-fearing. It's wrong.
I saw a bunch of pissed off angels swarm a guy. It was awful. Poor fucker never had a chance.
I keep seeing a woman appearing out of nowhere. I think I'm losing my mind.
Bullet to the head. That'll keep those angels down for good.
You can't trust a dead angel. It finds a way to come back to life.
The cult makes those angels by dosing people with their drugs. Over and over and over.
Faith can't get away with this. With any of this.
Jacob Seed is dead? Son of a bitch. I need a drink to celebrate. Now to take out his damn sister.
Faith's got that Marshal trapped in the bliss. I don't know how we'll get anyone out from under her control without getting sucked down into her madness.
Flower petals and bloody prints stain the path of the pilgrimage. It's horrifying.
Gadzooks. The Cougars are on a roll, huh? Freed you, and now you can take the fight to Faith and the Father. Somebody's got to.
Faith is a master manipulator. She can make anyone turn on their best friend.
I feel like I'm gonna die.
Our people are looking for Marshal Burke, but all we know is that he's in the bliss. He could be anywhere.
I'm glad we could do some good here.
Something real fucked about calling a vegetable you're exploiting an angel.
I think I'm losing my mind because I'm seeing weird shit.
There's a group of us working out of the county jail. We're trying to save everyone we can, including that marshal of yours.
It's hard to recruit for the Cougars. A lot of people are too scared of Faith.
Can't believe we still live in a day and age where people are still getting sacrificed.
I keep hearing that the Peggies are dumping barrels full of toxic shit in the waters.
All we can do is try our best.
I keep hoping that this is all just a bad dream or something.
If there's a stranger sight than a flying girl, I ain't seen it yet.
People are being pulled into the bliss left and right.
Kids today. You never know when to shut up.
It's gonna get worse out here, is all I'll say.
It's been real tense around here lately. Peggy's suddenly grabbing weapons. Who'd have thought?
The hallucinations are the hardest thing to deal with. If I can't trust my own eyes, what can I trust?
The more time you spend in the bliss, the harder it is to leave.
I keep hearing this singing, but there's nobody near me.
I think we're starting to make a difference out here. Faith is the only one who seems immune to the bliss.
Let's do whatever it takes to get Faith out of here.
Maybe you should try fishing.
The end is near for Eden's Gate.
I wonder if the pilgrimage path actually ends at Faith's bunker.
I don't even remember what this place was like before Eden's Gate.
I'm losing my shit. I can't handle this anymore.
Jacob was killed up north, and his army scattered. The resistance has got that area squared away.
Shut up. She's got eyes everywhere.
I take back what I said about the bliss being good, man. I went out for my jog and almost died. A skunk on fire came at me, but it was a car. Or was it the other way around?
My sister signed up to walk the path of enlightenment. They dosed her with bliss. My beautiful sister is one of those awful, God-forsaken angels now.
No matter how weird it gets, remember that you got people you can rely on. We're in this together, and we're stronger than these bastards.
Can't stop seeing shit.
The cult can pray all they want. Won't save them.
Once you're in the bliss, Faith never wants to let you go. You gotta go deeper to escape on through the other side.
Jacob Seed is dead? A fucking man.
I said I don't make meth, dude. Evil shit. Hey, wait, you said something else. Sorry. What?
The Seeds feel no shame. They justify every twisted action in their sense of righteousness. We have to take up arms and stop them.
Did she make you take the leap of faith? She did it to me, and I can't get the image out of my head. It killed my brother. He didn't make it.
I have nothing but questions.
Word of advice, never turn your back on a downed angel. Those freaks just rise up from the dead.
I'm not even sure if any of this is really happening.
I heard Jacob's wolves turned on him, but then refused to eat him because his flesh was so putrid. Probably apocryphal, but what the hell?
We got a cowboy up. Faith won't stop fighting us until she's buried 6 feet deep.
Those cult music trucks attract the angels. Until you kill the trucks, those angels keep coming.
Stay safe, stay strong, and stay sane.
I never seen anything move as fast as the angels. They're like
Wild animals?
They take good people and beat them into something human-shaped. But there's no soul in the eyes of these so-called angels. That's Faith's work.
I don't want to enter the bliss, but I don't know how to stop it.
I'll put this cult down for good.
I can't deal with any of this.
Glad to hear you ended Jacob's evil purpose. Things are bad here, too, though. Maybe worse.
Once the bliss flowers are ready, they harvest them and dry them, then chop them up for some kind of processing in a lab. Some batches are real explosive, so take care.
Mayor's leading the resistance out of the jail. He keeps insisting that we call ourselves the Cougars.
I never met anyone who manipulates people like Faith Seed.
I'm not afraid.
So that's what the leaves were whispering?
Shooting angels feels wrong, I know. But what other choice do we have? They'll rip you apart given half a chance.
When it comes to angels, you gotta take headshots. Otherwise, you're just wasting time and bullets.
Everything in the bliss felt so real. I could smell the grass, you know? That drug of theirs is crazy.
Faith just lies and lies and lies until she gets what she wants.
I ain't afraid of Faith.
When you're in the bliss, what are you actually seeing? No place on earth looks like that shit.
There's some kind of lawman at the prison looking for your Marshall Burke.
I hate that I don't know if the bliss was a real place or not, and I hate that I want to go back.
The first time bliss hits you, it's almost nice. Then you start feeling your soul slip away. That's less nice.
Faith talks about the path all the time, but where does it lead? My guess is straight down into a cult bunker.
The bliss, the pilgrimage, it's all got to go. I hope you're seeing what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing some messed up shit.
We've backed Faith into a corner, but I'm a little worried about what she'll do next.
Everything the cult's taken from us, we'll take back.
I don't know who's real and who isn't. Present company excluded, of course.
I'm losing my fucking mind.
The cult uses that drug of theirs to turn people into angels.
The old jail's built like a fortress. The cult's never gonna get inside.
The mayor's found himself some kind of lawman to help run the resistance at the county jail.
Faith has eyes in every nook and cranny out here. Ooh, it's eerie.
The cult thinks they're safe on the Henbane River? Big mistake.
The cult can hoard all the guns they want, but it won't save them.
We gotta save as many people as we can. That means getting rid of Faith's bunker.
I don't pretend to understand everything that's going on, but I'm here to help.
I don't think we're always seeing the same thing.
I feel like I'm having a never-ending panic attack.
Joseph might talk to God, but Faith made a deal with the devil.
I'm scared.
I've seen how they make angels. It's a nightmare.
If they ever turn me into one of those angels, promise you'll finish me off. I'd rather be dead than one of them.
Faith's sending more and more of her angels after us. I get the feeling she ain't too thrilled with the Cougars.
Stay prepared for anything.
All our problems go away if we take out Faith.
Eden's Gate gives everyone a choice. You either become a brainless angel or you fucking die.
I don't know how much longer I can keep my shit together. I've never seen anything like this mist before.
I don't think Sheriff Whitehorse ever expected you to get the marshal back.
The bliss mist is toxic, that's for sure. Gets into your system and passes the blood-brain barrier. No way to purge it out of your system. Only a matter of how much you're fucked.
The pilgrimage is 13 steps. The cult calls it the path to enlightenment. But it leaves most folks broken forevermore.
Don't know if we can still call this home.
I got a bullet for every Peggy that gets in our way.
Joseph will fall when all his supporters are cut out from beneath him. Jacob's done. Now it's Faith's turn.
We're gonna pay him back for all the people they've sacrificed.
One minute you hear Faith singing behind you, and the next thing you know, she's dragging you into the bliss.
They're pouring more of that scopolamine into the Henbane River. People drink from that river.
Jesus, how many of these angels are there?
Faith has that marshal trapped somewhere. I'm praying for his safe return.
Pilgrimage? Path of torture. At the 11th stage, I escaped by diving into the water and staying under. Nearly drowned, but even that would have been better than being turned into an angel.
Be careful with Faith. She's getting desperate. People are like rats when they feel cornered.
I know it's getting strange out here, but you can do strange. Take care of yourself.
Faith takes people into the bliss. She takes them over and over again until they become her angels.
I don't want to become like one of those things.
Heard that they're rebuilding back in the West now that John is gone. Inspires us to take out his sister, Faith.
Keep calm and something.
There won't be anything left of Eden's Gate.
Jacob's death is a blessing for us all.
If you want to keep an angel down, pop a bullet in its head. They don't come back from that.
They break you down physically before they dunk you in the bliss. If you're too tired to fight, you turn into an angel faster.
One good headshot to them angels will take 'em out permanently. Otherwise, those critters just keep coming. You're the one responsible for Jacob's fall? Hot damn. Of course, now you've got to dance with the devil. Faith.
Faith dragged me into the bliss, and it was like one of those awful dreams where you're falling from a great height. You sure you're gonna die? It's so real.
I've been to the bliss, but I still don't know if it's a real place.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The cult ships barrels of their drugs all over the county.
If Faith can't control you, then she'll sacrifice you and put your dead body on display.
If you spot any trucks playing cult music, be careful. Angels are drawn to that shit.
Whoever created the bliss is a monster. It guts families, it turns folks into angels. What an appalling name for a fate worse than death. A life of torment.
The Cougars are gonna fight Faith tooth and claw to the last of us. She's hurt too many of us and our kin to be given a second chance.
My brother was forced to drink bliss and walk the pilgrimage path. At the end, he refused the cult and was too strong to become an angel. So they made him jump. God, I miss him.
The angels reek of bliss. The cult drowns them in that stuff, I just know it.
The sound of the angels is some scary shit. I hear that howl, and I run.
I can't handle all this sensory overload.
There are always good people who will stand up to evil. Glad to call you one of us.
My neighbors got forced down the pilgrimage path. I hope they didn't get turned into angels. There's no escape.
Faith can dish it out, but she can't take it.
Faith is enemy number one around here.
Faith's forcing people to walk the path. It's torture, plain and simple.
I have zero regrets for joining the resistance. We could use more manpower, but that shouldn't stop us.
Faith and her so-called angels can all go to hell.
We'll shut them down for good.
Imagine what the image of ancient hunters would be like if they just had fishing poles. No dumb, inaccurate movies about people running through the woods with pointy sticks. Just a human being, standing still, listening to the sound of water.
Faith makes everyone walk the path. She guides you to the heights, then makes you leap. If you don't, she kills you. If you do, you die.
When the drugs come into contact with the water, it turns into this mist. Their days are numbered.
Faith's afraid of us for a change. It's good that we've stepped up here.
You can sneak by an angel if you're careful. As long as they don't see you, they're calm.
It's sick what the Peggies do to the angels. They twist people into 'em with their bliss, and then they make 'em live in squalor and eat garbage, turning 'em into their forced labor.
I can't stand seeing those poor people being forced along Faith's path.
Every time I go near those white flowers, I get dizzy. It's unnatural.
We gotta get rid of every trace of the cult we find.
Faith twists your mind, man. She makes people do bliss, whip themselves, scar themselves, just with a bent word or a cruel smile.
Everyone's gotta do their part to win this. There was no way in hell this was gonna end without bloodshed.
It's just a fight for our future. Don't overthink it.
I feel sick every time I hear those awful noises angels make.
Don't give in to the mind games. Maybe it'll all go away if we just ignore it.
The people who walk the path are all sent to a bunker somewhere.
I've heard Faith. She really gets inside your head, doesn't she? If it wasn't for Adelaide, I'd probably be trying to find out more, man.
The Peggies believe that if they have faith, their bliss can lead them to the new Garden of Eden. Some kind of paradise on Earth after everything else falls to fire and ruin.
I can't stand the sight of those white flowers. They're the reason the county's choking on the goddamn bliss.
I want to know who taught these cultists how to make these drugs. The angels are treated like dogs. I've literally seen the cult feed them dog food. Who could do that and claim to believe in God?
You have our back in all of this, so just know that we got yours. and we're gonna get through it together.
The mayor's turned the prison into a kind of refuge. So far, they've managed to keep the cult out.
Heard you took care of John Seed. Sure am glad you're here now. We need the help.
Faith's people fill you up with drugs and then march you into a bunker.
What is even real anymore?
Faith uses the angels as her shock troops. They're too stupid to know pain, too blasted to recognize friends or family. They are beasts.
I'm glad there's people like Mayor Virgil and Sheriff Whitehorse out there fighting for us.
Hard to tell what's real around here. I'm real, and you're real. That's all I need to know.
Cult's patrolling the waters on boats. I just want to go fishing again.
Those Peggies are determined to take their pilgrimages, come hell or high water.
Anyone who can't walk Faith's path gets sacrificed. But anyone who makes it to the end gets turned into an angel.
I'm willing to go into the bliss as many times as it takes, if it means helping out one of ours.
Don't trust a word Faith says.
I'm trying real hard not to freak out.
I'll die before I let Faith take me into the bliss again.
That cult's on thin ice.
Whether we're taking on Eden's Gate side by side or miles apart, remember, we're fighting Faith together.
I swear to God, I just saw a fucking Sasquatch. I don't know what's happening anymore.
I'd hate to be one of Faith's followers right now.
Oh, that's the kind of thing I used to say after taking psilocybin. Deep, you know.
This place is worth fighting for.
Shh, you'll make her angry. Be quiet.
Yeah. Well, my peaches took a bite of one of those brain-dead junkie angels and had diarrhea for a week.
Faith doesn't look like she's having fun anymore.
The cult has armed patrols everywhere now, even on the rivers.
The Peggies are just common thugs. Sometimes thugs need a taste of their own medicine.
That Faith lady is a good idea, pacifying people. Kinda wish she'd give her own soldiers a bigger dose, you know? Wouldn't mind less shooting around here.
I'm sick of all these drugs moving around.
I can't wait to put a bullet through Faith's skull.
All that brainwashing ends now.
We're finally bringing the fight to them.
We've got this fight in the bag.
Don't let anything cloud your judgment.
Just be prepared for anything.
In my day, we beat hippies with sticks. We didn't let them run around the countryside singing and drugging everybody.
I took the leap of faith. I figured that even if it killed me, I'd be free of the cult.
I'll do what it takes to get help, even if that means going back into the bliss.
Look, I'm not claiming to be a Puritan, but I try to be a good man. But I can't help fantasizing about Faith. She's in my head.
That marshal is still in the bliss. He doesn't have much time before his brain rots out of his ears and he becomes another angel.
The locals are acting like the Peggies are causing a shitstorm. They haven't seen a shitstorm like Guy Marvel.
I don't want to go into the bliss. I don't want to go into the bliss. I don't want to go into the bliss.
If I keep moving, I can stay one step ahead of those angels.
Faith appeared in front of me, and then another Faith appeared beside me, and another one behind me. And then they all started laughing.
Word's going around that it was you who took down John Seed, Deputy. Hallelujah.
I can't shake this awful feeling that Faith's gonna hit us back in a way we're not expecting.
The cult uses the angels like beasts of burden. They don't seem to care much, mind you. Locked into their own personal bliss.
I don't know if Faith is real or not. I can't sleep anymore. But even when I'm awake, it all feels like a dream.
Faith's a siren. She calls to you, and you know you shouldn't follow her, but you can't help it. Like a siren in the old stories.
It's one thing to kill folk, it's another to lobotomize their fucking souls. Faith can rot in hell.
John Seed destroyed homes and scattered families for sure, but his sister, Faith, destroyed my mother's mind and soul. Can't rebuild that.
Maybe we're all gonna die, but if so, at least we're gonna die standing up.
The cult is madder than a nest of hornets. Faith is particularly perturbed from what I heard.
If you ever hear the cult's music trucks, you know there are angels nearby. That music's like crack to the angels.
Have you heard Faith sing? That's how she gets you.
I gave an angel a shotgun blast to the chest and the thing got back up.
The prison's the only safe place left in the whole area. I know they'd be awful glad to see your face.
I want to know who taught these cultists how to cook drugs.
Keep your eyes open for clouds of hallucinogenic mist. Or a horde of soulless drug-addicted monsters.
Or whatever the fuck else that witch Faith has in store for us.
The mist is getting worse and worse.
What a cruel, sick joke to call these wretched of the earth angels. Joseph and his siblings are the lowest of the low.
Fate's kept a tight grip on the Marshal, deep down in the bliss. You'd have to risk your mind and your soul if you wanted to save him.
I went for a jog out there, saw an angel with a face I recognized. She was an artist, used to rent boats from us all the time. Major bummer. Who am I going to talk to about Kegels now?
The angels were forced into the baptism. Somehow they weren't pure enough for the cults, but good enough for their blood, sweat, and tears.
Those angels are docile as sheep until they get mad. Then they're like a pack of wild dogs.
Faith's minions are out in force looking for y'all. We've got your back, but keep your head on a swivel.
The angels go crazy for the cult music. So, of course, the cult's using music trucks to attract them.
The cult's stockpiling drugs inside Faith's bunker.
This fight's only over when every damn angel is put out of their misery.
The cult can call it a ritual or a pilgrimage all it wants, but what it really is murder.
My only hope is that Faith accidentally gargles with drain cleaner in the morning to put a stop to this dreadful singing.
We're so close to winning this thing.
I don't want to hear anything Faith has to say. Why does she keep talking to me?
Faith has got a fucking temper, I tell you.
If walking the path is the only way to get to Faith, then let's do it and end this nightmare.
Sure am glad the Cougars plucked you out of the bliss, Deputy.
I was forced to walk Faith's path. I made it to the third step, all about Joseph's sermon to the faithful. I nearly died, but I was lucky and the Cougars rescued me.
The Marshal is still Faith's prisoner, wrapped deep in the bliss. I don't know if we can dive back in to save him. Might be a lost cause.
I'm sure glad the Cougars found you when they did.
We can't let the cult hurt any more innocent people.
If we can't trust our senses, we gotta rely on our judgment.
It's up to us to inspire people to fight back. Faith told me to believe in myself.
The Peggies are putting drugs in the water. I'm sure of it.
These angels just show up out of nowhere. It's freaky.
You're making it hard to, go to my mental happy place.
I just want it to be over.
I don't know how to stop Faith from snatching people into the bliss.
This mist can't be good for you.
I see cultists taking part in all these strange rituals.
These flowers started showing up a few years after the cult settled out here.
The Cougars are finally getting an edge over these maniacs.
We'll win this, guaranteed.
We have to get out of here.
Faith wants me to follow her, but I think I'll stick with you.
We got this, you know. We got this.
Faith's gonna go all out against the Cougars. I hope everyone at the jail's keeping an eye open.
She's everywhere.
For a while, the cult was calling all the shots. But the Cougars are turning things around. We're really going after Faith now. We need you at your best.
We've all been scarred by the bliss. It gets into your pores, your head, into your soul. I don't know that you can ever fully come back from it.
The resistance is rising. I keep hearing stories about the Cougars fighting Faith. Maybe there's a chance.
Sometimes I hear Faith's laughter, but worse is when I hear the Father's words in my head.
Jacob's seed has fallen. Best news I've heard in a long while.
Faith shows up out of nowhere and looks playful, but it's a damn trick. There's a darkness to her that runs deep.
Faith made me jump off the statue. I was screaming all the way down, but woke up in a field of flowers.
If we save the Marshal, we can save the others.
People are being forced into a sadistic pilgrimage, but I don't know what I can do to help them.
My team was out on patrol, and I saw Faith appear out of the mist. I fired, and I know I hit her, but she vanished. My friends didn't see her. They think I'm crazy, but she was there.
I'm going crazy.
Faith will invite y'all to follow the path, her pilgrimage. Ain't nothing but abuse and torture. Keep yourself away.
If you keep quiet around an angel, they won't bother you. But it don't take much to get 'em riled up. Then, you better be ready.
John's dead? Hallelujah!
Gotta try not to breathe too much of this shit in.
Faith's losing it.
Their days are numbered.
It's safe in the prison. Cultists can't get us in there.
All the angels have done the pilgrimage. They dunk them in pure bliss. That's what fries their brains and makes them do whatever the cult needs.
Anyone outside the prison is just a target.
It's the only place that's really safe.
These flowers are evil. They're the cause for all of this. Wish we could burn them all.
We gotta pull the marshal out of the bliss before there's nothing left of his mind. Faith is always watching you. Even now, you may not be able to see her, but she's here. You can feel her love.
I hope God's watching over Marshal Burke. Faith's probably messed him up good.
The fact that the Peggies consciously designed the system that makes the angels makes me want to vomit. Damn them all.
Those bloody Peggies got a lot to answer for.
I feel blessed to be a part of the Cougars.
Angels aren't really part of Eden's Gate. The Peggies use them as slave labor and beasts of burden.
I had a dream where Faith grew wings and flew away. I think it was a dream. It had to be a dream, right?
I thought I wouldn't have a chance to serve. Well, what we're doing is more important than serving our country. We're fighting for our families, our souls.
Music calms the angels, helps them live in their blissed out heads, keeps them from turning mean.
Just another day fighting the Peggies.
All three of Joseph's siblings are a special kind of evil. Good to know John's dead, but Faith is still a major threat.
Can't believe this is happening.
Be careful out there. We came across some search parties looking for you by name.
John Seed was a rapacious thug, but Faith is worse. She infests your mind and corrupts your soul.
The more times you get high on bliss, the closer you get to turning into an angel. Watch yourself out there.
I miss Clutch Nixon. He'd have wrapped up this cult bullshit in time for supper.
Hope County Jail's got people out looking for your marshal.
We're gonna give Faith a cold, hard taste of reality.
I didn't think the Henbane River could get any crazier, but here we are. But if you can hold on, so can I.
Thanks for sticking with the Cougars this far. Cougars!
Faith's poisoned the whole region.
It's not gonna be easy to save people from the bliss. Not everyone comes out of there willingly.
We're gonna finish them off.
I want this cult out of here.
It's so strange here.
We gotta be ready for anything Faith throws at us.
This is getting really intense.
I hope I never end up like one of those angels.
We need to find a way inside Faith's bunker and destroy it.
All these drugged-out hippies running around and not a firehouse in sight. This town is disgraceful.
I swear to God, I'm losing all my marbles.
Fish is good for your brain. Don't ask me how I know. I read it somewhere.
This mist is fucking with my senses.
I keep hearing rumors about a cult bunker somewhere around here.
It's hard to believe the angels were ever people.
All great art is made during war. That's Guy Marvel's rules. I mean, without this war, you're threatening Guy's art.
The Peggies are busy harvesting flowers. I think they're using them to make drugs.
Not choking on that putrid mist is pretty high on my Christmas list, personally.
Fuck, the things I'm seeing are getting a lot more aggressive.
If we want to get rid of Faith, it's now or never.
There's something going on everywhere.
This is some unsettling shit. I'll find that Colt's bunker, even if I have to look under every rock in the county.
We've almost got this. Don't feel too bad about shooting the angels. You'll be doing them a favor.
We gotta do our own dirty work. I grew up around the Henbane River. I can't believe what Faith's done to it.
Don't know what to do anymore.
With the North reclaimed and Jacob resting in hell, it's time for the Cougars to show what we can do for the Henbane.
Maybe it'll all go away if we just ignore it.
We were so happy to just leave the cult alone out here, and they were doing horrible things to these poor people. I feel so guilty.
Faith talks a good game about acceptance and finding your path, but she wants all of us Cougars dead and gone. And she'll sacrifice any amount of angels to do it.
If John Seed can fall, then all these so-called heralds can be torn down. We're going for Faith.
We're in it to win it.
That gosh darn mist. That's what killed my boy.
Everything will be okay.
I've heard that the only way to really get to Faith is to follow her path, whatever that means.
For the love of Pete, please make that singing stop.
Doesn't matter how many times an angel gets back up. I'll keep putting them down.
It's them or us. I choose us.
Let's keep positive.
The Cougars will see us through.
I'm never going to beer batter my fish again. Ugh, failed experiment.
That mist ain't gonna get me, no way.
First, I heard Faith's god-awful singing everywhere. Now the loopy broad's coming to me in visions. I can't take much more of this.
I thought I saw someone on fire, and when I ran to help, they disappeared. And then all I heard was laughter. Creepy as anything.
The longer people are in Faith's grasp, the more they become like them angels. That's a fate worse than death.
I'm trying to get out of here. I'll take my chances up north or out west. Anything has to be better than this.
The cult forces people to drink their poison. It turns them into angels. I lost some cousins to them.
The one truth I cling to is that Faith needs to die.
It might feel like it, but these aren't the end times. There are better days ahead if we keep fighting.
Eden's Gate first settled in the east, then slowly spread out to the mountains up north and the valley out west, like cancer. Took 'em years, but now they've metastasized.
At the end of the pilgrimage, you're either welcomed into Eden's Gate, take the leap of faith, or become an angel.
I'm doing the best I can, and I'm praying extra hard that you find Marshall safe and sound.
Am I the only one freaking out?
I killed one of their angels, I know I did, and the damn thing got back up again.
If you take another hit of bliss, you might not find your way back to the real world. I know it's nicer in there, but that's not real living.
Never take your eye off an angel. They just keep popping up even when you think they're done. Like herpes.
It's always later than you think. I thought I'd have more time to prepare for the end of the world. Just goes to show, you have to make time for what's important to you.
I don't care about these piggies. They look too ethnic for my taste.
Shit's getting weirder every day. Hope you got your guns ready, 'cause Faith's monsters are everywhere, and I'll be damned if I let them hurt anybody else.
Don't you go to the bliss. Don't you do it.
It's a fucking nightmare is what it is.
If you take in too much bliss, you'll become like the angels. That's what Faith does. And if that happens, there's no way back.
If y'all took down Jacob's seed and his chosen, maybe we've got a chance in hell.
Shh. She might be listening. If the fucking location scouts weren't so shitty at their jobs, we would have been here 2 months earlier and missed the mayhem. God bless incompetence.
I know what's real and what's not. I swear I do.
I didn't think the angels had feelings anymore, but they look so angry.
Beautiful landscapes, but gun-toting assholes keep shooting our flying cams out of the air. Guy Marvel is shit out of luck.
Faith's starting to send angels after us. She isn't playing around anymore.
Nothing raises my hackles like someone trying to convince me they're on my side.
We'll wipe them out one Peggy at a time.
Faith's been a part of the cult since the beginning, but this supernatural shit is brand new.
I keep seeing things that aren't there.
All we can do is pray.
For them Peggies, this is going according to plan. They're awaiting the collapse. All this chaos feeds the Father's bullshit.
People can get pulled out of the bliss, but they come back different. They're never quite the same afterwards.
The cult's been pouring bliss into the waterways for a while, but they ramped up once everything went to hell at Joseph's church. Now that acid-trip fog covers a whole blasted region.
If there's a will, there's a way.
Things are pretty strange around here since the Peggies took over.
If faith is just a figment of my imagination, then what does that say about my imagination?
We pulled you out of the bliss. Don't go swimming back upstream, or Faith will hook you and gut you.
Faith is sacrificing folks. No other word for it. Drugs them, tortures them, and forces them to risk their lives like some bad pagan acid trip.
News of John Seed's demise has got the Cougars all fired up.
Anyone who gets second thoughts about being in Eden's Gate gets sent to walk the path. There's no way to get out.
The angels were real people once. They got forced into the baptism, forced into the pilgrimage, forced to make a leap of faith. Now they're dogs, worse than dogs.
It breaks my heart to know the angels used to be like us. The only way to bring 'em peace is to kill 'em. One shot to the head'll do it.
I hope you manage to find Marshall Burke. We need all the help we can get.
Faith goes after anyone who fights against the cult. If you're caught, you get forced to walk along a pilgrimage path. Messed up a lot of folks.
Once Faith takes an interest in you, she'll haunt your ass forever.
When it comes to those so-called angels, aim for the head.
Faith has changed. She's not playing games anymore. You won't be able to get away from her this time.
You shoot an angel anywhere other than its skull, you just wasted ammunition. Faith's lies are the reason the cult took hold of so many people here. She's a cancer. There's people at the jail who want to save Marshall Burke as much as you do.
I'm not even sure Faith is real. I don't know how I'm supposed to fight someone who might not even be there.
I can't wait until this is all over. Me and Tracy are gonna bulldoze the ever-loving fuck out of that pilgrimage path.
The cult pours toxic sludge into water and out comes this mist. It's worse than what the government does, you know? How can we fight the air?
When those angels come at you, it's the damn scariest thing I've ever seen. They move so fast.
Glad to see those cougars are fighting back.
The cougars can't stop talking about how you took out John C., Deputy. Great job.
I can hear Faith talking to me all the time. She won't let me sleep. I don't know how much longer I can take this. The noise them angels make, it's like the devil's cry.
Folks are finally taking up arms against those assholes.
Faith's gonna drive us all crazy and then snatch us into the bliss.
I don't want her to take me into the bliss again.
The locals are hitting their breaking point.
We'll wipe them out for good.
Just keep pushing for the win.
There's nothing more unsettling than an angel's scream.
I'm never gonna walk Faith's path.
Ugh, this mist is really messing with my head.
Best thing you can do for an angel is kill 'em. Lord knows they've suffered enough.
We're set up in the county jail. Faith and the cult can't get in there.
It feels weird, but putting down an angel is an act of mercy. No one should live like that.
I found my brother. He'd been turned into an angel. I barely recognized him. He came at me so fast, like an animal. I tried to kill him quick, put him out of his misery, but he just kept coming. Finally, I had to shoot him in the head. My own brother. What the hell's happening to us?
Faith sends her strongest soldiers, the Chosen, out to hunt us down.
If an angel gets too close, I got a steel-struck knife waiting for him.
Marshall Burke's in the bliss with Faith. God knows what kind of lies she's putting in his head.
I hope we live to see the end of Faith.
Can't let that god-awful music distract us.
Faith needs to die, or we're never getting out of this nightmare.
Everything is so messed up.
Those angels are gonna be a problem.
Angels are used as manual labor or human shields. I almost feel sorry for them.
You got a good head on your shoulders.
If we can shut down their drug operation, it'll be harder for them to brainwash people.
If we keep this up, the Cougars will get the upper hand on Faith, I'm sure of it.
I'm praying for the brave men and women fighting to save us.
Cult's got a whole bliss economy. Harvest flowers, break them down, liquefy it, then spread it all over the county.
The closest thing we have to a resistance against the cult is headquartered at the old county jail.
The Henbane River stretches through almost the entire county. The cult must be using it to move their drugs from place to place.
Faith is gonna reap just what she sows.
We'll show no mercy to those peggy fucks.
We're on our own out here, but we got this.
Those angels can't protect the cult forever.
If more people could see what we've seen, they'd join our fight.
This whole area is straight up haunted.
I heard Faith isn't even a blood relative.
Folks are risking it all by going toe-to-toe with Eden's Gate.
Sounds like the Cougars are getting to Faith.
Shut up. She's got eyes everywhere.
Someone's got to do something about those poor people getting forced to walk the path.
You ever see anyone actually put a bunch of fish in a barrel and fire a gun into it, you need to call that person a head doctor. For all sorts of reasons, but you call them a professional.
People are getting sacrificed in broad daylight, and no one's doing a thing.
Ain't safe to be out anymore.
Those cultists been harvesting flowers non-stop.
You see that mist out there? Just the smell of it brings back bad memories inside that cult.
You need to take care of yourself. You can't help the Marshal if you're a bliss-soaked monster.
Sheriff Whitehorse wants us to keep an eye out for the Marshal. I'll wager that poor bastard's stuck in the bliss.
The prison's the only safe place. No hallucinations, no Peggies. If we lose the prison, we lose it all.
I thought I'd seen some weird shit in LA, but this mist is something else. I hope this'll be over soon.
The Cougars are doing good. We're getting more folks and more weapons. Soon we'll wipe out Faith's seed and her forsaken angels.
It's amazing the Cougars freed you. Now you gotta stay clean of the bliss. Shame about that Marshal. So many good folks have been lost to the cult.
We're trapped here forever.
People are really suffering out here.
If we get rid of Eden's Gate, all our problems go away.
We can't give up when we've made it this far.
I was caught and forced into the bliss. The Father came to me and showed me things no one should know. No one could know.
With what we've done here, the cult's gonna be all gnarly. You just know they're gonna double down on you.
The thing I can't stop hearing is her laughter. First thing in the morning, last thing at night. Always on the edge of my hearing.
Strong forearms are good for reeling in fish, and lots of other things.
The pilgrimage is brainwashing, pure and simple. How can they be so cruel?
It's cruel and unfair that there's no way back for the angels. It's a death sentence.
People want their freedom back. Yeah, a lot of weird shit's happening.
Practice your headshots. It's the fastest way to stop an angel.
It's gonna be okay.
How long before the government learns what's gone down here and sends in drones to wipe out every living thing? Nah, that's rhetorical.
Joseph believes in faith. He's entrusted her with all manner of heinous activity out here. We need to take her out.
The path of the pilgrimage breaks all your resistance down until all you have left to hold you up is faith.
Heard you put work in the valley. We could use some of that sweat out here.
I don't know where I am. I don't even know what day it is. Everything happens so fast. I need to get my head clear.
I keep hearing things. Voices, people laughing, crying. It keeps me up at night, but worries me more when we're out on patrol.
First time I saw an angel, thought he was a meth head. Didn't realize he was high on holy smoke.
Of Jacob, John, and Faith, she's the worst by far. Nearly as bad as the father Joseph himself. Wonder why she didn't adopt the name Jessica or Jezebel instead.
Angels? For crying out loud, should have called them marching dead or zombos or something. There's nothing angelic about them.
I see her. I hear her. She's everywhere.
Bliss ain't like any other drug. Other drugs don't turn you into angels.
Those fields of flowers get picked, broken down, and distilled into liquid bliss.
Everything feels so weird.
I can't keep this up for much longer.
I hate that we're breathing in the cult's drugs just by being here.
I can't stop hearing voices. Why won't the voices stop?
I don't know what to think anymore.
This is the worst.
Faith dragged me into the bliss once. When I woke up, I had no idea where I was.
Peggies are long overdue for a good shit-kicking.
I don't understand what's going on.
I don't know how we can fight someone who isn't even there.
The cult fills people up with the bliss, turns them into angels, and then uses them as slaves.
Enough is enough.
It's the end of the road for Eden's Gate.
I vote we shoot first and then worry about if it was real or not.
It's hard to concentrate when we're soaking in all these drugs.
It's really not that impressive if I catch a fish better than someone else. Just means the probability of life didn't roll the highest numbers for them, or the fish in question.
I have to get out of here before they make me walk the path.
Faith's militia is on the warpath. She's madder than a wet hen, and aiming to unleash hell on all of us.
I hope we find your Marshal before Faith destroys them.
We need to stop Faith and these Peggies before it's too late.
I once thought this was paradise, but the Seed family have turned it into hell on earth. And Faith is the queen of the damned.
We gotta keep fighting.
Yeah, let's send the cult running.
Those Peggies better leave.
This place is dangerous.
I bet you angels don't even have blood in their veins anymore. Just pure bliss.
People think faith is sweetness and light, but it's not true. Faith is dark and cruel and ugly.
Just another day fighting the Peggies.
You can't believe anything Faith says. She'll say anything to get you walking her path.
I've been hearing about people getting kidnapped and hidden away in some bunker.
Joseph Seed treats Faith like a sister, but she ain't, you know. She ain't from around here, didn't come with him originally, and her name ain't even really Faith.
The news from the north gives us some badly needed hope.
All around the Henbane River is some of the weirdest shit I've ever seen. And I've been to New York City, San Francisco, and Austin, so I know from weird. It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Once Faith takes you into the bliss, it's only a matter of time before she'll find you again. Once her hooks are in you, you're screwed.
There are still good people in this state. Please remember that. God bless.
My whole family disappeared into the bliss.
John Seed was a piece of work, that's for sure. But his half-sister Faith is like the devil incarnate.
Faith's gonna drag you into the bliss, just like she did with that no-good U.S. Marshal.
The bliss felt like a real place when I was there. But it's just another one of Faith's lies.
I swear Faith was walking towards me and then she disappeared like a ghost.
Eden's Gate has a massive drug operation that stretches from the old summer camp all the way to the old brewery.
Faith keeps the angels dosed on bliss. They feed it to 'em mixed with the fucking dog food. I can't believe it, but I've seen it with my own eyes. Unless I imagined it.
You seen the music trucks? They blast cult music that draws all the angels. Only way to stop him coming is you destroy those trucks.
Each member of Joseph's family has a bunker somewhere. I bet that's where Faith's keeping her drugs.
I heard the Marshal was forced to walk Faith's path. That's bad news for everyone.
Don't matter what kind of crazy Faith throws at us, we got this.
I've been dreaming about this fight for a long time.
Calling ourselves the Cougars is kinda after-school special, but it's grown on me.
That old prison is the only safe place left.
Faith has a legion of priestesses forcing people to walk her so-called path. It's physical torture piled on top of psychological torture.
The Peggies have gotten real violent. Like, I guess I get it. End of the world and all, but man, I can't even make enough chill pills for those people.
I don't know who to trust.
Faith's become even more dangerous, so please be careful. I need you here, and so does the Resistance.
We won't let them dump any more poison in the waters.
We gotta find a way to disrupt their drug processing.
Faith's back is up against the wall, but we can't get cocky.
All the Cougars look up to you, so just keep doing what you're doing.
You working with the Cougars? That's amazing. Y'all are so brave to stand up to Faith and Joseph Seed.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Sooner or later, our resistance is gonna take off.
I'm gonna do my best to make Mayor Virgil proud.
I think we're starting to get to Faith. I know it's hard, but we gotta stay focused.
She almost got me, you know. Almost turned me into an angel. One more hit of bliss and I'd have... Anyhow, I'll never be able to forget her voice.
If you go into the bliss, you could wind up like an angel. But the only way to save people from the bliss is to go in there after them.
I miss Virgil.
Thank God the Cougars got you free of the bliss. You gotta stay away from it. Your system can't handle anymore. It'll turn you into one of these blissed-out deadheads.
Every time I turn around, Faith is there laughing at me.
Maybe the Marshal did light the fire here. But clearly, these are bad people. I'm glad to have a chance to do my part and not sit at home tweeting about how bad the world is.
I saw your Marshal being forced along Faith's pilgrimage path. I hope he's still alive.
John's dead, but he was just a man. I'm not even sure Faith is real. More like a ghost story with teeth.
She's everywhere.
We were passing a respectable distance from a bliss field when the angels roared up on us. Way more rabid than usual.
Jacob was the big mean brute of the Seed clan. But don't let Faith trick you. She's the most dangerous of the lot.
It's a relief knowing Mayor Virgil's Cougars are out there fighting for us.
I can't believe I let these killers sink their teeth into our community.
We can get people out of the bliss. I know we can.
Guy Marvel needs to wrap the shoot before the Peggies escalate, and you know that they will.
Does the bliss really suck out your soul? Maybe it sets you free. Angels look pretty happy if you don't fuck with them. Makes you think.
These angels aren't human anymore.
Yeah, I'm going insane.
The Cougars have heard about you taking out John Seed. It's all they're talking about.
The angels ignore us, as long as we don't mess with them. But they are getting more and more aggressive.
Not gonna lie, the stuff the mist makes me see, it's kinda cool. Way better than that time I tried ayahuasca at Birdie Man.
Stay frosty, Cougars. Stay on your toes, and be ready to put a bullet into Faith.
You killed John Seed? I wish I could do the same to Faith. I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. Joseph's Faith is a siren, like an enchantress or trickster of old stories who lured sailors to their doom. She's taking us all over the cliff.
Angels are like packs of dogs. They attack in swarms.
Take a minute before you're moving on to the next thing on your list. You can't help anyone if you're dead or broken.
I saw a barrel of bliss fall off a truck and explode like a unicorn ate a grenade. Sparkly shit everywhere. My kin was close by, and it was like he mainlined bliss right into the brain.
The cult harvests those white flowers, processes them in a lab, then refines it into a liquid drug. They use it everywhere.
Anyone who wants to fight the cult should head over to the county jail. That's where the action is.
We can't let the cult hurt any more decent people.
If anyone's got a shot at saving your marshal, it's the resistance folks at the jail.
You start the cult's path as a human being, and you come out the other side of it as one of those horrible things.
Something in bliss makes angels come back from the dead. So watch out. Faith keeps saying to follow the path, but I don't know what that means.
Faith has a knack for pulling people into the bliss, just like she did with your marshal.
I think we're really helping people out here.
Faith pushed us too far, so now we gotta push back.
This mist is giving me the creeps.
I never voted for him, but I'll never forget what Virgil did for us.
Everything feels so weird.
We gotta be careful or we're gonna saturate ourselves in this bliss shit.
Ain't always sure what I'm seeing is real, but we gotta trust our instincts.
I keep seeing cultists forcing innocent people on some kind of twisted death march.
This mist really dulls my reflexes.
I don't think this is ever gonna stop until we find Faith's bunker.
This whole area gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You don't want her to hear you.
The bliss is a lie. The collapse is a lie. Everything this fucking cult says is a lie.
Fate's got everyone wrapped around her little finger.
No way in hell is Faith gonna brainwash me.
Faith took my neighbors into the bliss. I got no idea where they are now.
I can't shake this awful feeling in the pit of my stomach.
It's only a matter of time before we find Faith's bunker.
Everything was so beautiful, and now it's ruined.
I've lost too many friends to that fucking witch.
I hate patrolling in this mist. I don't want to breathe too much in and end up like an angel.
I'm worried it'll get worse.
It's fucking squirrely out there. That means we're doing something right. I swear the bliss mist sticks to you. It gets in your clothes, your hair. Soon it's in your lungs and your mind, you know?
If Faith gets her fingers on you, she'll come and come for you until you're blissed out of your dang head.
I catch a whiff of bliss, and bam, I'm right back up on the statue of the Father, ready to hurl myself on Faith.
Faith's half-sister to John and Jacob. With John out of the picture, she's gonna be pissed.
It feels like the angels are taking over. You need to get my angel bait and keep it at the ready.
We'll follow Faith's path. We'll just get her at the end of it.
Can we, talk about something else?
Guy Marvel has directed movies in war zones. I mean, this place is nothing. We'll be in and out before these cult fuckers even feel it.
If the Peggy's work is so important, why can't they do the labor themselves instead of making angels and forcing them to do it?
The cultists seem to have planned for everything. Except for us. And for you. Go Cougars!
Everyone who goes into the bliss gets fucked up in the head. It's gonna be the same with that marshal of yours. You'll see.
Faith is more evil, more cruel, and more nasty than her so-called brothers.
I was happy to hear that the Cougars saved you. We really need your help out here. Someone needs to push back against the cult.
Joseph adopted Faith into their family. She's gonna be madder than a wet hen that you killed her brother John.
They use them angels as slaves. I don't know what God-loving person could do that. They treat 'em worse than slaves, as animals.
Faith took me into the bliss. Please don't let her take me back there. I don't want to go back.
Heard about the good work you done up north. God bless. With your help, maybe we can turn things around down here in Henbane.
This mist just appeared out of nowhere one day. It does stuff to your mind. It's not natural. Somehow the cult is changing the countryside all around us.
Who'd have thunk the next great war would be on our soil, fighting our kind? Though them evil fucks ain't really like us in the least.
God, you ever hear the screech them angels make? They only make that sound when they're chasing after someone. So if you hear it, they're probably coming for you.
I overheard some cultists saying that Faith's keeping a U.S. Marshal in the bliss.
I don't know how the Henbane River's ever gonna recover from this. I seen some shifty-looking cult guys running some kind of drug labs. This whole region is one giant drug factory.
We have to resist.
What are we gonna do about Faith's army of monsters?
I don't want to believe that the collapse is real.
Faith is batshit crazy. There's no saving her. Look at the horror she's inflicted upon these poor victims, turning them into her angels.
If you hear that angel screech, think fast. It means you got an angel coming for you.
Faith controls people with forced labor in a drug called the bliss.
The cultists take people who fight back and drown them in bliss until they're angels.
During the pilgrimage, everyone is forced to drink water laced with bliss. Walk on your knees. Carry a cross. How's that not going to screw you up for the rest of your life?
Cult's been trying to get inside the jail for days. We've managed to hold them back so far.
They're burning people alive like we're still in the fucking Dark Ages.
Faith lives in the bliss, but she has to live somewhere in the real world, too.
This whole region is super unsettling.
Faith's freaking me out something fierce. I can't get away from her.
All these hallucinations are an excellent distraction from the cult's massive drug operation.
We're in this till we win.
This is war, and nobody does it better than America.
Can't let this mist fuck with our willpower.
Man, Mayor Virgil must be livid about all the drugs out here.
I keep hearing this strange sort of singing, but then there's no one around.
These drug-running Peggies have gotta go.
I'll die before I let Faith take me into the bliss.
Can't wrap my head around the fact that the cult's drugs are made of flowers.
If they want the end of the world so bad, let's give it to them.
They're expecting the collapse? We'll give it to them.
The Cougars are making a stand.
Talk about a wolf in sheep's clothing. Well, those Peggies sure showed us all what we're made of.
I'm a good shot, but this mist is messing with my vision.
I gotta find that prison. It's the only safe place around here.
Every time I think I've got away from her, I turn around and she's there, laughing at me.
There is some Dark Ages shit happening out here.
The Cougars are so brave.
Basically, the situation around here is totally fucked. Everyone that spends too long in the bliss turns into an angel. I wonder why Faith is immune.
Faith made me jump off the statue. I didn't wanna, but I had no choice. Scariest thing I've ever done. I don't know how I even survived.
Faith keeps taking people into the bliss until they give up and join the cult, or turn into angels.
The angels are everywhere now. The angels are lost to us. Nothing more we can do but put them down, or maybe lock them up in cages. But what kind of life is that? Better to send them to the next world.
The resistance is rising. Go Cougars. Clear eyes, full clips, can't lose.
I just want to hide, but there's no hiding from a woman who can appear out of thin air.
The cult gets the angels to work the bliss fields because they don't complain about the manual labor. And I guess some of those barrels of chemicals are volatile and they'd rather risk the angels.
The cult's white flowers started showing up a few years back. Never imagined this would be the end result.
It's like those angels don't feel pain.
Even if it feels like too much, we have to soldier on. Because the only other option is laying down and letting Faith turn us into monsters. I'll die first.
I should have run when I had the chance.
It's literally insane out here right now. But I see ya. You're stronger than you know. You're stronger than Faith. You got this.
Can't let that cult poison our land anymore.
Faith gets in your head. She smiles and coos and tries to win you to her side, but she's no more than a honey trap.
I don't think I've got much fight left. I hear the church bells in my heart, shaking my bones. They never stop.
If we keep fucking with the cult every chance we get, sooner or later, we'll find their bunker.
Faith's trapped a lot of people in the bliss. I just wish I knew how to get them out again.
We should run.
I hate being out in this mist for so long. I can feel it changing me.
The locals are hitting their breaking point.
Bliss pollen is beautiful, but what's it gonna do to our kids? The animals, the fish? What harm is Faith doing to tomorrow's children?
I can't deal with any of this.
Faith got my folks to walk the pilgrimage. My mom and dad on their knees, beating themselves. They didn't make it to the end. I want to blow her fucking brains out.
We can't give up when we've made it this far.
Faith keeps asking me to walk the path, to follow her into the bliss. I don't know how much longer I can resist her.
Looking forward to life without that bliss again. Real world, real words.
Once you become an angel, you can't come back from it. It's permanent. Your brain is toast.
No one can stop us.
The only way to get Faith's victims back is to go into the bliss. But then you'll be in Faith's grip.
We've gotten Faith all alley. She's hissing and spitting something fierce. We can't let up the pressure.
Just don't lose sight of our goal.
I know shit looks bad, but we got this.
Those angels are used up, then thrown away like garbage.
I hope the Cougars can do something.
If you can beat Jacob Seed, Deputy, you can beat 'em all. The Cougars are with you.
I've seen Faith. She keeps coming for me. First just when I was sleeping, but now I see her all the time. She's a dream, but I can't resist her, even when I'm awake.
Faith lures people down into her bunker and then turns them into these creatures she calls angels.
Faith was born a natural junkie. She just replaced drugs with an obsession for the father. Whatever gets her high.
Thank God we have the jail. If we lose that location, well, then everything is lost.
Hard to tell what's real nowadays. I see stuff and I'm like, okay, Tweak, that could be either fucked up mist or that could be, what you gave yourself, or that could be straight up Peggy nonsense. I mean, the whole place is a bad, bad trip.
The last time Faith took me into the bliss, I had a conversation with Joseph Seed. Wish I could remember what he said.
Faith really hates it when people don't listen to her.
I just want to live.
I'm so afraid.
There's no way they can escape with everything they stole from us.
Sheriff Whitehorse is having a heck of a time finding new recruits. Ain't many willing to fight ghosts.
This mist is a pain in the ass.
Don't always know what I'm seeing, but I gotta trust my gut.
There's just no getting away from this mist.
I don't know what's happening.
The people around here are scared. Nah, I don't blame them.
How am I supposed to kill Faith if she keeps disappearing?
I've seen cultists praying non-stop. Must be hard on the knees.
We have to end this before more innocent people get sacrificed. Or worse, turned into those soulless monsters.
I know being in the bliss might seem simpler, but it ain't worth it. That ain't life.
We'll find a way to make them pay.
This mist just won't let up. It's everywhere.
Faith won't get the better of us.
She's trying to steal my soul. I just know it.
It just gets freakier by the minute.
I saw a cascade of white petals, and I knew Faith was there. I put 2 bullets square into her center mass, but she laughed and vanished into the mist. How do we fight that?
Weird how the only trace of civilization we got left is a jail.
If you want to get the marshal back, you're gonna have to go back into the bliss. But are you strong enough to come out again? For a while, I was afraid everything was lost, but this news out of the north gives me hope. Amen.
Is Guy Marvel paying you to think out loud? No.
As long as Faith has people trapped, she's got an endless supply of angels.
Keep doing what you can.
We might make it through this.
I think the mist is getting worse.
As soon as y'all tried to arrest Joseph, things in the Henbane River got real weird real fast. I don't blame ya, but y'all were the match.
The way things are going, you're heading towards a showdown with Faith. Just remember that the Cougars are always on your side.
Sometimes the angels look pure and white and shining to me. And then sometimes they look dirty and bloody and beaten. Is it a lie? Is it the mist? Is this the bliss?
There's a lawman up at the prison helping everybody out. You probably know him. The cult turns those flowers into a drug. They put it in everything. In the food, in the water. Hell, we're probably breathing it in right now.
Hope you're here to help the Cougars eviscerate Faith as you did John Seed. Whole family's rotten.
There's people in the prison who want to save Marshall Burke from the bliss.
It's hard to tell what's real out here.
I emptied an entire clip into one of them angels. It just kept coming. What's with those things?
Can't believe the only safe place left is prison.
They forced me to take bliss before. I couldn't get my head straight for days. I've heard they'll drown you in that shit until you turn into an angel. I can't get caught again.
The cult's growing these weird white flowers all over the place. It's what makes their drugs.
Did Jacob really die? Or was it just a hallucination? I don't know what's real anymore. Goddamn Faith.
We've been breathing in this mist for weeks. I think it's making me sick. I think it's making all of us sick.
I thought Faith was just a party girl till my neighbor crossed her. Refused the bliss. She hadn't drowned in mist, held down by angels until he choked.
It gladdens me to hear that John was killed. Time to rip out the whole family, root and branch.
I saw an angel get shot dead, and then the damn thing just rose up again. They ain't human.
The angels got a pack mentality. They'll swarm you if you're not careful.
As long as the county jail's in one piece, we got a fighting chance. But if the cult gets in there, we're all fucked.
Burke doesn't deserve to have his brain scrambled by the cult. No one does.
I shot an angel point blank and the thing kept coming at me. Had to get a headshot before it fell.
All we can do is try our best.
Bliss isn't a gateway to hard drugs. It's a gateway to eternal damnation.
We need to keep pushing. We got that cult on the ropes.
The mist is getting worse.
I'm counting my blessings that we're in this mess together.
This mist, it's terrifying.
Faith tells everyone that the angels are really happy, but they don't look so happy to me.
I can't stand seeing decent people getting turned into angels.
People are going missing left and right.
Hard to think that one day Eden's Gate will be just a memory.
We'll make them pay for all the people they've turned into angels.
I hate feeling like a puppet on a string.
We can't let the Peggies ruin this place.
How do you fight something that might not be there?
That poor Marshall. He was kinda unpleasant, but he deserved better.
The cult's got their drugs in everything.
Oh, a deer told me that.
I saw Joseph's vision of the collapse in the Bliss. I still don't believe him.
The cult uses their drugs to turn people into mindless slaves. They call them angels.
We gotta stop the cult from sacrificing all these innocent people.
I don't know how to stop Faith from taking me.
We won't stop until the cult's gone.
We were made for this.
Faith has those poor brainwashed people harvesting flowers day and night.
Shit's getting worse.
I can't stop seeing things that aren't there.
I know people are getting taken to a bunker somewhere. I just don't know where.
Thought I could sneak across the river to find shelter, but the cult's got boats out patrolling.
People in the prison are looking everywhere for your Marshall Burke.
That mist is doing a number on my head.
Everyone's been too afraid to fight back till now.
I ain't seen hide nor hair of that U.S. Marshal. I hope he's safe wherever he is.
No Peggy's gonna get the best of me.
I still don't know if Faith is real or not.
We need to put an end to every damn angel that we find.
Huh? I don't know the Marshal from Adam, but no one deserves to be trapped in the fucking Bliss.
I don't know what the Bliss is, but I'm damn sure I don't want to enter it.
I wish there was something I could do.
We gotta take back what Faith has taken from us.
Word is the Marshal's with Faith. If we don't find him, he's gonna wind up as an angel. Whatever you say, figment of my imagination.
The prison is a fortress. Faith can never get in there.
Those cultists better stay out.
Wait, am I seeing ghosts too?
Did you just say something? Or did I think that?
Now that the Marshal's back, things are gonna turn around.
We have what it takes to send Faith running.
It'll take more than some stupid mist to slow us down.
We'll make that cult pay.
I heard someone laughing behind my back. Then I turn around and no one's there.
Fishing is like a game. I learn the rules, the techniques, and I can grasp it. Unless I can't grasp, in which case I just use my other hand. Ha! I'm terrible.
Nothing sucks more than seeing people we know getting turned into angels.
We've got work to do.
We got momentum on our side. Let's keep going.
I don't understand any of this. It's like we're cursed.
Glad to see people going after Eden's Gate for a change.
Their days of poisoning the Henbane River are over.
Feels good to fight for something worthwhile.
The end is near for Eden's Gate.
With all the chaos you and the Cougars have caused, it's no surprise that Faith is losing it. She's got a mean streak a mile wide.
Be careful out there. They coat the fields in that toxic mist. Don't walk through that shit. It'll screw with your head.
I don't believe fish are anything more than a bag of instincts. No pain beyond the physical, no fear beyond the instinct to swim away.
The locals are rallying. This is good.
We can't let Faith fuck with our heads.
I feel so disoriented out here.
Let's give those Peggy bastards a one-way ticket to hell.
Amen.
Yeah, folks around here need us.
Stay prepared for anything.
I keep shooting Faith whenever she appears in front of me. I figure one of these days maybe I'll get lucky and hit the real thing.
I'm glad you're here, Deputy. If anyone can get to Faith, it's you.
The Cougars are turning things around, but it's an ugly fight.
This is just a bad dream. This is just a bad dream. This is just a bad dream.
I still don't know if Faith is real or not, but she has to be stopped.
Gotta hope that we aren't attracting attention out here. I mean, the last thing that Guy Marvel needs is to get kidnapped and miss awards season.
I don't know if we're gonna survive this. Faith's people, they're getting bolder. These are dark times.
We still haven't figured out exactly how Faith can appear and disappear like that.
I hope the Cougars can help.
Let's just do what we can.
Where did all this mist come from? It's unnatural.
Once we're done with the cult, there won't be anything left of them.
I hate that a drug like Bliss ever existed.
There was some rough weather, but storms pass. Make sure you take care of yourself.
Joseph spoke to me, showed me my worst fears made real. I may die, but if I'm gonna, I choose to die fighting for the folks who can't protect themselves.
May God watch over you, Deputy, in the dark places you still have to walk.
I'll eat my gun before I let myself get turned into one of those things.
I truly believe that together we can accomplish anything.
I was forced on a trip into the Bliss. I snapped out of it, but I feel like a part of me was left behind in there.
Can this truly be the end times? I mean, we survived threat of nuclear winter and the Y2K nonsense. But things are spiraling so far, so fast. Could this be it? The collapse the Peggies talk about?
The only way to get anybody out of the Bliss is to go in after him, then drag him out to a place where they can detox safely.
Faith is like a good dream gone bad. Everything's good, butterflies and rainbows, and it all turns sour. Always chasing the next high until all you're left with is the DTs.
You might have taken out John Seed, but Faith is something else entirely.
Faith takes everyone on the pilgrimage. Everyone that gets close to her. Faith guides you and tests you.
I think the angels are going crazy. I think Faith has some way to make them spiral out of control.
Yeah, I hear you.
They're rebuilding up in the north now that Jacob's gone. Gonna take them time, but they can do it.
We're in deep shit.
You could feel it in the air. No more mist, no more bliss. We've got our home back. Now we rebuild.
We did it. We got rid of them.
Folks don't have to be afraid of ghosts anymore.
We did nice work here.
What the hell are we supposed to do with these poor angels that Faith's left behind?
I'm honestly a little surprised we pulled off a win here.
There was never a doubt in my mind.
See? Everything turned out fine.
In memory of Mayor Virgil, I vow never to do drugs ever again.
Been dreaming about this for years.
Life's gonna go back to normal, and I don't know if I'm ready, to be honest.
Those Peggy hoarders took a lot from us, and we took it back.
Hope that cult's gone for good.
My old man would say there's no victory without sacrifice. I don't want to see cultists around here again.
Thanks for helping us find peace. Everything's gonna be all right here now. I'm sure of it.
Faith Seed was fucking terrifying, and the world's better off without her. She and all her kin need to be wiped from memory.
I think we've seen the last of Eden's Gate in the Henbane River.
Never thought I'd live to see this day.
Finally got her laughing and singing out of my head. Losing my faith has never felt so good.
So all that bad shit came from those flowers.
This feeling of relief is so foreign to me.
Good for you. What do you want, a trophy? Everyone is so damn needy these days.
Hopefully, putting an end to the Bliss means no more brainwashing across the whole county.
I hope the angels really did make it to heaven in the end. Didn't deserve what they got.
Without Faith, the Bliss, and the angels, the cult doesn't have much to rely on out here. We don't have time to mourn our friends as long as Joseph's still out there.
Thanks for getting rid of the Bliss. See you when I see you. Take care of yourself.
Joseph's gonna be all owly when he hears what you done to Faith. Watch your six.
Yeah, great work.
The bad dreams have stopped, and the voices in my head have been silenced. Amen.
Take care of yourself. You did great work here, but I know your greatest days are still ahead.
But now if me and Adelaide want to get busy in the woods, we don't have to worry about being watched by some spectral deer. Oh, or like getting shot. That's cool too.
I know them angels used to be people, but I'm still glad they're gone. Not like there was any chance of coming back. Rest in peace, angels.
We got the Henbane River back.
Hope we seen the last of them crazies.
We did the right thing.
If this ain't cause for celebration, I don't know what is.
We're back to the real world.
We finally did it.
I hope that cult never comes back.
Still can't believe we've seen the end of it.
It's one for the books.
I think folks are happier now.
I never want to see another angel again.
They tried to show me the collapse too, but I still think Joseph's full of shit.
I'm so relieved.
I hope that nightmare factory of a bunker is good and wrecked. We need to salt the earth.
Now we can all go home.
Yeah, we did good.
Faith's long gone, but I can't imagine what that bliss crap is gonna do to the ecosystem long term. It's in the water and soil now.
Thanks for what you did here. Now go get Joseph for us. Don't let him take away our future.
I hope the last of that bunker gets ground into dust. Faith needs to rot in hell for what she done to all of us.
You broke Faith's throne and threw her down. All I can say is hallelujah.
Sweet success. Here's hoping they never come back.
It'll take time, but we can start rebuilding now.
We did great work.
Joseph must be getting real pissed.
Looks like it's clear skies for the Henbane River from here on out.
Thank God she's gone. Faith's bad luck was meeting me in the first place.
I'm ready to go back home, curl up with my cat, and polish off a bottle of wine or two.
There's a lot of people who need new homes. We'll have to figure something out.
The Henbane River's cougar territory now.
For an outsider, you're more than a little all right. Time for us to get to the work of rebuilding.
Faith is dead. The bliss is gone. No more angels. It's nothing short of a miracle.
That was the worst drug trip I've ever had.
That was worse than Fire Festival. Never want to go through that stuff again.
Is it too early to celebrate? I can't believe we dealt with Faith and her rabid angels.
I hope you burnt up every last drop of that bliss. That shit is a gateway drug to hell.
We ought to turn the Joseph statue into some kind of memorial for all the people we lost.
Hallelujah. Faith is gone. The bliss is gone. Even those poor angels are gone.
The voices, those loud noises, the creepy whispers, that hypnotic singing all gone now. Thank fuck. Mostly gone, at least.
You remind me of the old-timey sheriffs, like the Egyptian Medjay. May God stand between you and evil in the empty places you must walk. Faith's a goner.
We finally did it.
It's finally over.
Now this is America.
Yeah, this is how things should be.
We gotta help people get their lives back.
It's hard to believe everything that's happened.
I want to see the look on Joseph's face when he finds out what happened here.
Henbane River's less of a hotbox situation now, but the party's not over. Sure is a shitty party. Who invited the Peggies anyway?
I don't recognize this place without the mist.
It's a relief knowing Faith and her bunker are gone.
Feels like a fresh start.
I thought we'd be overwhelmed by Faith's army of the living dead, but we pulled it out at the last minute.
Been dreaming about this for years.
I don't know that life will ever go back to what it was, but we'll settle into a new normal in the days and weeks to come.
Glad we made a difference.
I'll never touch any kind of substance again, not even booze. My hand to God.
We should be proud of ourselves for what we've accomplished.
This place doesn't even look like home anymore.
If only Virgil could have lived to see this. He'd have been so proud.
America always wins.
Still gotta help people find new homes, though.
It'll be hard to replace what those bastards took from us, but I know we got it in us.
I believe in miracles.
I'm a happier man already.
I hope I never see a white flower again.
I, for one, am happy that I survived this ordeal with my brains mostly intact.
We've got a lot of rebuilding ahead of us, but I can see it now for the first time in a while. Faith's bunker is rubble, and that's the way it should be.
We still have a ton of work to do.
I don't want to waste your valuable time, so I'll just say it was a privilege to meet you in person.
The Henbane River is ours again.
The cult collapsed when you took out Faith's bunker. In the end, they were just a bunch of spineless cowards.
The world feels solid again, like I'm grounded finally. Amazing how good that feels.
We have to keep pushing forward. It's the only way to honor the memory of the people we lost.
We have peace of mind again.
There's a lot that needs fixing around here, but we'll get to it in time. We had the tools, we had the talent.
It's okay to take credit for good work.
Never thought I'd live to see this day. Goodbye, Peggy assholes. This is how the Henbane River used to be, before Eden's Gate showed up.
Maybe I could go back to fishing.
Life can only get better from here.
I hope we can find all the people that are lost in the bliss.
We did what we set out to do.
I'm glad we won.
We did some good work here, but Joseph's still out there somewhere.
My hallucinations have stopped. I could sleep again. I think we're all gonna make it.
I damn near forgot what the world looked like without that fucking mist. I can breathe again. Literally and metaphorically.
Nothing makes me happy like winning. A lot of places around here used to be tourist attractions. Maybe we can bring in some of that money again.
It's a fresh start.
I can't tell you how glad it makes me to see the air cleared around the Henbane River.
I'd like to see the cult try and come back from this.
Everything's gonna be okay. I guess I'll make my way home, but I'm a little bit scared of what I'll find there waiting for me.
Who runs the Henbane River? The Cougars run the Henbane River.
Folks are in better spirits now.
There's still a few cultists left behind, but it's nowhere near as bad as when Faith was alive.
Faith's down. Next up, Joseph. I know Virgil would be proud of us.
Won't be long until we find Joseph. He's running out of places to hide.
I'm just glad things are getting back on track.
Things will finally change for the better.
I guess Faith was real after all. Until she died, that is.
You got rid of Faith for us, so I imagine you'll be moving on before too long. I'm gonna miss having you here with the Cougars.
The good guys always win.
I use recreational drugs as much as anyone, but the bliss was fucking ridiculous. Thank God it's gone.
Time to bury the dead and say a prayer for them, and then to finish this thing.
Time to put our lost ones to rest and start to build for a new tomorrow. Thank you for giving us that tomorrow.
Maybe now things will go back to normal.
Oh, sweet Lord. People are no longer turning into deers and bears and cougars. Thank God for that.
It really felt like the end of the world for a while. Nice to see things back to normal. I'm still scared of everything.
We made the Henbane River a better place.
I can finally go fishing in peace.
Feels good to breathe in some fresh air again, instead of that fucking poison.
It's like waking up from a bad dream.
I won't take anything for granted anymore.
Now I can get back to fishing.
It's like it was all a bad dream.
Now all we have to do is figure out a way to get the dirty eye ties to leave, and this place will be perfect.
Let's hope that's the last we see of the bliss.
I gotta learn to trust my own senses again. I have to put my life back together as best I can.
Thank you. Please be good to yourself. But please also keep being awful to the cult. They don't deserve kindness.
I'll cherish every single day.
We paid a steep price for our freedom.
I lost a lot of friends in this fight.
Even though we've won, there's no telling how much we've lost.
Maybe the Lord is still with us. You've restored my faith. Pardon the phrasing.
With Faith gone, maybe now my mind will stop playing tricks on me. We could all use a little bit of sanity.
I'm glad Faith is dead, but I'll admit that the bliss opened my eyes to psychedelics. I think I might experiment on my own now. Safely, of course.
The angels are all gone, but they'll be in my nightmares forever.
We did it! We liberated the oppressed and weak from the cult's shackles. Thank you.
Honestly, I didn't think we'd beat Faith. When we get Joseph, then we celebrate.
Only time will tell how bad the damage really is.
Peggy sure fell to pieces without Faith calling the shots. There's a lot of work to do around here before life can get back to anything close to normal. I'm glad Faith's dead, but Joseph is still enemy number one.
Thank goodness for the Cougars.
We're alive, and we're gonna heal the damage that Faith did. And so today, life is good.
Faith is madder than a boiled owl. Let's saddle up and take all them Peggies out.
There's still a few stragglers to pick off, but the cult's pretty much done for around here.
What do we do with the mess the cult left behind?
I'm so happy I'll never see Faith again.
Hopefully we put an end to the human sacrifice in Hope County.
I won't take what we have for granted.
Eden's Gate fell apart without Faith around.
Great. Now if you can just do something about the Lutherans.
We got a lot to be grateful for.
We lost some good people, but we did the right thing here, Deputy.
Feels like I've been living in some sort of dream. Is it really over?
I know they say the bliss is gone from the river, but I'm gonna boil my drinking water all the same.
All our work paid off.
Finally got Faith's creepy fingers out of my goddamn mind. Now I've got to see what all of my life I can put back together.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Feels like a new beginning.
Nothing makes me happy like winning.
After all this, regular life will be enough of a trip for me. Bit of boring would be A-okay right now.
I hope the bliss washes out of everybody's system quick. We got so much work to do to rebuild.
We can trust our eyes and ears again. Thank freaking God.
The world keeps turning for another day. And so I imagine you'll be moving on to the next thing.
Thanks for taking care of us. I hope you have someone who looks after you.
Feels like home again.
Cult might be gone, but they left a lot of damage behind.
Now things can start changing for the better.
Cult might be gone, but this place will never be the same.
Things are looking up.
John Seed never had the father's full confidence, what I heard, but Joseph loved little sister Faith and gave her everything her twisted heart desired.
My mind feels like a cloud's been lifted now that the bliss is gone. I don't have the words to thank you in the resistance.
Faith was the worst of the Seeds. Ain't nothing but a blessing that she's gone.
Life's gonna get back to normal now. At least as much as it can with what we've been through.
I've never been so excited to hear about a person dying. Does that make me a bad person? I don't think so.
Love imagining the come down those fucking Peggies are having now.
Feels good to be free again.
This was a big win for the Resistance.
Everything we did, it was all worth it.
The good guys always win.
We still gotta make sure people are safe in these parts.
Faith got what she deserved.
Life is slowly going back to normal. Her voice still lingers, but it's starting to fade. I'm starting to forget how she even sounded.
Now that Faith is gone, we're one step closer to Joseph.
Now that we got rid of Faith's poison, we can start rebuilding this area.
Not an angel in sight. What a time to be alive.
You did it. I can't believe it. There's no more angels. No more bliss. Some say you crushed Faith, but you've restored mine.
I think folks are relieved now.
We got a second chance.
Well, the Henbane River's ours again. It'll never be the same. Now we count the dead.
You made some real progress here, helping save this little region of the world. Amen.
God damn, I could use a drink and a toke now to take the edge off. Though, on second thought, maybe I'll be straight-edged for a bit.
I keep expecting things to turn to smoke. I'll settle in eventually.
The cult turned our home into a clusterfuck of sorrow. But we're still standing, aren't we? Fuck them to hell.
Life's good now.
I'll get a good night's sleep for a change.
Glad the Resistance runs the place. I hope they're telling the truth when they say folks aren't hallucinating anymore.
They got Faith. I guess that's the end of the Peggies around here. Faith is really gone, we might be okay after all.
We still have a ton of work to do.
We got what we wanted, but we lost some good people along the way.
They better not come back.
This is why I joined the Resistance.
Hopefully there are better days ahead for the Henbane River. With the cult gone from the Henbane River, we can start rebuilding.
The nightmare's over.
We make it look easy.
We did our best for this place.
Still can't believe we've seen the end of it.
All's well that ends well.
You did some real good here. Everyone knows it. Nice speaking at you.
I hope this means we're safe for now.
Good to hear that the Resistance has fought back against the Peggies and won. They're celebrating their victory up north.
With Faith dead and the angels gone, the cult is reduced to hiding in the woods.
If the cult's taught me anything, it's that life's too short to let your people stomp all over your rights and freedoms and hope they'll eventually back off. Gotta fight for the ones you love.
They better not come back.
Not every day you get a second chance like this. We gotta make the most of it.
I can finally see the world as it is again. No more ghosts and hallucinations.
I don't want to see any of their filthy flowers ever again.
We can start bringing survivors back here now, find them new homes, and start getting their lives back on track. Life's good in these parts again.
There's a lot of stuff to fix, but it's nothing we can't handle.
We got a lot of work ahead of us.
Well, that was a time, wasn't it? Don't know about you, but that was about the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
I never want to doubt my own mind again. It's a terrible thing. Just awful. Be glad you didn't get sucked in too deep.
You sent Faith down to hell, of that I'm sure. Finish off Joseph so they'll keep each other company.
I've got a 16mm black and white, 35mm color, 8mm for cinema verite, even a smartphone, and you don't call me for your epic liberation of the county jail? Opportunity missed, my friend. Fuck you very much.
We're not finished yet. There's still work to do. We haven't got what we came here for.
If you've been baptized, they'll want you to confess. Don't confess.
We'd be in a sorry state if it wasn't for you getting this jail under Cougar rule.
Just remember, the angels aren't people anymore.
You're the hotshot who freed the county jail. Must have been a bloodbath. Thanks for the heads up, dick.
Confessing is bad. The atonement is worse.
Jailbreaker! Put that on your resume. Boom!
You've done this county an immeasurable service by securing this jail, Deputy.
You're only gonna get one shot to get rid of Faith. Make it count.
Doesn't matter if choice is an illusion. You still make 'em.
I seriously doubt Faith was expecting this sort of resistance.
The more bliss in you, the closer you get to becoming an angel.
Ain't no point trying to fight. Just get drunk and die, I say.
The Peggies will bring their worst yet. But so will we.
Once Faith gets her hooks into you, you're a goner. I was worried the call caught you. Glad to see you up and about.
Try and stay focused. Watch for patrols, they're everywhere.
Faith rules here, literally and figuratively.
Go into the bliss to save your man, but make sure you get out.
I heard the Peggies got you baptized. Must have been fun.
Be careful. Some people here aren't people anymore.
Faith will take you into the bliss. Again and again.
Didn't take you for the kind to go helping free a bunch of convicts.
You got nowhere to be, but wherever you want.
Oh, the jail, huh? A+ sheriffing.
You're not real. Nothing is real here.
Hey there. You're helping people wake up around here.
Be careful out here. That mist makes everything a lie.
Angels make me want to weep and scream at the same time.
I heard you've been to the bliss a few times already.
Been hearing rumors of some outsider fighting against that cult.
Once you're in the bliss, it's already too late.
You're doing the Lord's work. The real Lord, I mean.
If you're not careful, Faith will send her creatures after you.
Just so you know, this whole place is insane.
Heard what you did at the prison, yo. Right on. Wonder what kind of lasting effects all that bliss will have.
The Cougars at the jail can't say enough good things about you.
I hope I never have to go through what you went through.
Faith is coming for you. With a vengeance.
You inspired us to fight back. Keep going.
Canned food gets tainted. Catch fish instead.
Nah, you're a trick. You're not really here.
You're not making any friends at Eden's Gate, I tell you what.
So you're an outsider. That much is for sure.
Whatever you do, don't buy into Faith's bullshit.
Only way to stop Faith's bliss is by going further into it.
Thanks for freeing the jail. Ironic as that sounds.
You're an outsider. Come to ruin the bliss.
You're not alone. We're all here together.
Heard you got pulled out of the bliss. Lucky you.
Oh, badass work with the jail, Dep.
Those Peggies would sure like to get their hands on you.
Whoa, no putting me in that jail, okay?
Thanks for helping out my county jail, buds.
You don't look crazy enough to be part of Eden's Gate.
You gotta make your way into Faith's bunker somehow.
Faith turned this whole area into a giant drug lab.
Out here, your own senses will stab you in the back, Deputy.
Remember, a dead snake still has venom.
We can save your marshal, Deputy. Don't worry.
If the Peggies catch you, they'll kill us both.
You got your marshal out of the bliss. Nice work.
The bliss is everywhere, but you still have to try and avoid it. You seem like new blood. Better be careful.
Sheriff Whitehorse was sure glad to see you again.
The Peggies want the Henbane River to be their dreamscape.
You can't trust your eyes here. Or your ears.
If you want to find Faith, you'll have to follow her path.
Eden's Gate's trying to steal your future away from you.
I'm seeing more of those mindless angels walking around.
If a fish stops flopping, doesn't mean it's dead.
If Faith got you once, she can get you again.
Walking Faith's path is a road to hell.
You got an iron will. It's inspiring.
Please, you have to free our people from Faith.
We can't let Faith control people's minds.
If you come for a pilgrimage, you're in the wrong place.
If you're not careful here, you're gonna go crazy.
The Henbane River is a goddamn nightmare now.
Faith won't stop until we're all dragged into the bliss.
If I turn into an angel, please kill me.
Faith isn't fucking around. Be careful, Deputy.
A lot of us are glad you're here, Deputy. Keep it up.
Eden's Gate wants you dead. Congrats.
Word has it, you're a bit of a troublemaker.
People who walk the path get turned into angels.
You're putting in work against the Peggies. Bless you. You'll find out just how ruthless Faith is.
Faith makes you see things that aren't really there.
I think Sheriff Whitehorse thinks of himself as your dad.
Longer you're friends in the bliss, worse it'll be.
It's not easy here. We'll make it.
Since you came along, everything's changed.
Be mindful, and you won't lose your mind.
Heard you were involved in that big fight at the jail.
Don't listen to anything that Faith says.
Your hard work paid off. We got the jail back.
Hate to think what the bliss is doing to the ecosystem.
Do right by me, I'll do right by you.
Don't breathe in too much of that mist, Deputy.
Faith sees everything that happens in the Henbane River.
Faith controls all the angels out here.
If you see a floating woman, that's Faith.
Don't let Faith tempt you into the bliss.
That Marshall's with Faith, the poor bastard.
Peggies are getting desperate. Be careful.
Peggy's won't take this place as long as you're around.
I hope you're not gonna burst into flames.
I hope you haven't come to walk the cult's pilgrimage.
If you believe your eyes around here, you'll die quick.
No, you're not real. You're just in my head.
If the cult wants you, they're gonna get you.
We all deserve to believe in ourselves.
Feels like the whole area has a bad hangover.
Everything you do in style.
You're the one who's causing all the trouble for Eden's Gate.
Whatever you do, don't follow her into the bliss.
Thanks for taking some time to help the resistance.
Faith's got a few tricks left. Be careful.
Faith's gonna keep stalking you. Be careful. Faith will show you a version of the truth. Faith may seem sweet, but she's a monster. I'm sure fucking glad you're on our side.
Faith lies. It's all she knows how to do.
Keep sticking your nose in the cult's business.
Glad to have another fishing enthusiast.
You're doing fine. Stay strong.
Free advice. Watch your back around here.
If you're really here, then please help us.
Feels like we're turning the tide around here, thanks to you.
Don't know what we'd do if anything happened to you.
You've really walked into it now, stranger.
You're the one who freed those folks out of the jail.
You can't stop now. You're doing great.
You didn't get Joseph, but at least you tried.
If you're not careful, the angels will swarm you.
You better get us all out of this alive, Deputy.
You're gonna see some strange things out here.
Cult's after you now. Watch your back.
You can barely move without running into a Peggy. Are we ever lucky you were there to help us?
I'm having trouble sorting out what's real.
Watch the mist. It'll fuck with your brain.
I think Faith has the marshal who came for Joseph.
You watch your back out there, okay?
If you're up for it, we could sure use some help.
You can't trust anything Faith says to you.
I didn't think anything could get worse. You're in for a lot of freaky shit out here.
Don't let Faith get inside your brain.
You kept us alive at the jail. Thanks.
You got Faith really fucking angry.
We're all gonna need all the luck we can muster.
You're pissing Faith off. Nice.
I hope you're not a figment of my imagination.
Faith is gonna find you and haunt your ass.
We're counting on you. Now more than ever.
You're one of them lawmen who tried to arrest Joseph. You're getting a bit of a reputation round here. Faith's gonna take you into the bliss.
It's rough out there, but you're making a difference.
I'm glad you made the jail safe again.
A lot of good people are being hurt out here.
You're that deputy people have been talking about.
The fight for Henbane River's just starting. You're keeping them Peggies on their toes.
Don't take any of Faith's words as gospel. This shit stops when you stop Faith.
Hope you're not listening to that Faith woman.
If you follow Faith, it could cost you.
Be your own little bubble of peace.
People out here could really use your help, Deputy.
Careful. The Peggies are riled up.
All I want out here is a cup of coffee.
Appreciate everything you've been doing to help us out.
We'd have lost everything if you hadn't shown up.
Faith's a liar. Joseph, too.
Don't envy your job, but somebody's got to do it.
Don't spend too much time in the Bliss.
I bet Whitehorse was glad to see your face.
I'm sick and tired of seeing things.
You really turned the tide for us at that jail.
I hope you're not going to turn into a deer or nothing.
County jail's still safe thanks to you.
You've been exposed to their drugs, haven't you?
Boy, does Eden's Gate ever hate you.
Thanks for the rescue. I thought we were goners.
You gotta find Faith's bunker and destroy it.
Don't know how we could have survived without you.
You're helping the Cougars a lot. Thanks.
All of us here got your back. I'm glad you got the fresh air back here, Deputy.
I'm praying for you and your marshal.
Things are starting to look up, thanks to you.
You already got too much bliss in your system. I don't want to see you as an angel.
You got some good forearm strength.
You're a beacon of hope here, Deputy.
Good luck, stranger. You'll need it.
You can get people out of the Bliss, you know.
We're all part of the ecosystem.
Glad you found your people at the jail.
Faith is gonna love you.
Save a cow, eat a fish.
You picked a bad time to come here.
You'll have to find the marshal in the Bliss.
Watch yourself around the sulfur ponds.
You're seeing the illusions too, aren't you?
Don't let yourself become an angel.
I hope you're not one of Faith's tricks.
Please don't become an angel.
Excellent fishing conditions today. My fishing deputy returns.
Hate to think what your marshal's going through.
Keep fighting. We're all rooting for you.
You must be exhausted.
Always glad to see a fishing buddy.
Faith lies. Don't trust her.
Sheriff Whitehorse is awful proud of you.
There's no such thing as the collapse.
The Bliss will change you if you're not careful.
You're the reason we got a chance.
The air tastes weird out here.
The Cougars are lucky to have you.
We got a shot at getting our home back.
Don't let Faith take you by surprise.
Good shooting and defending the jail, Rook.
People around here are really scared.
Stay safe. We need you.
It's safer if you travel with a friend.
Keep doing whatever it is you're doing.
Please get us out of this nightmare.
A lot of what you see here isn't real.
How did we ever let this happen?
You're really messing with that cult.
Thank Christ you showed up when you did.
You an officer of the law?
We know what you're doing. Thanks.
Your hard work's getting noticed, Deputy.
Your jail defense was amazing.
I saw a vision of the collapse, too.
Faith never tells the truth.
Faith says nothing but lies.
Faith will turn everyone against you.
You helped make me brave again.
Hope the Peggies don't burn you alive.
Faith's different from the other seeds.
Heard you made it out of the Bliss.
My equipment is safe because of you.
You don't want to get stuck in the Bliss.
Takes guts to do what you're doing.
Always good to have a visitor.
You somebody important or something?
Faith is scarier than ever.
Things ain't always what they seem.
Faith will only ever lie to you.
The Bliss feels too real.
I sure hope you're sticking around.
Faith controls everything here.
How do I know you're even real?
I hope you're doing okay.
You got quite the following now.
Nice work at the jail, kid.
The angels don't die easy.
You're the one that got away.
It may be done for, but we still got the father to contend with.
Man, I have no idea how you did what you did, but thanks for doing it.
You killed John, right? Thank you.
Feels empty now without Faith. Not that I'm complaining.
Slowly but surely, we're bringing some reality back to this place.
Don't know how the hell you took down Faith, Deputy. I'm in awe.
Wasn't sure you were for real at first. I am now.
I'm gonna need years of therapy, but I'm still alive.
Part of me almost misses the free hallucinations. Almost.
Fighting Faith must have taken a lot out of you. Thank you.
Thought it'd take a miracle to survive. All it took was you. I thought we were all gonna die here. Thank you.
Faith was something else, but I'm glad she's dead.
We're out from under Faith's thumb. Finally.
Life will return to normal again, but I sure won't.
Heard stories about you, but I didn't think you were real.
Everyone here is grateful. Now go get Joseph.
So you're the one who took Faith out. I'll be damned.
Everyone round here really appreciates what you've done for us.
Finally. What I see is what there is.
Keep this up, we're gonna have to name a school after ya.
As long as you're alive, you're never gonna pay for a drink again.
Thanks to you, Faith ain't running the show here no more.
God bless you, you angel of sanity.
Faith's dead. I can't believe it's true.
You're living proof that you can't keep America down.
I'll never do drugs again. This was plenty.
People around here are gonna name a school after you or some shit.
You drained all the batshit crazy from the Henbane.
I sure won't miss tripping balls all the time.
How are you still here despite everything that's happened?
You pulled our collective fat out of the fire. Thanks.
I never lost faith, so to speak.
Everything I see is real again, thanks to you.
You saved lives. You should be proud of yourself.
Thanks to you, it's starting to feel like home again.
You're gonna be a celebrity around these parts now.
I need to do some sort of detox after all this.
You don't look like a hero, but if the shoe fits...
I don't know what to say to you other than thanks.
On behalf of all the Cougars, thank you.
Eden's Gate is seeing red over you now.
You gotta deal with Joseph. He's still out there.
You worked hard. Time to fish.
Thank you don't seem to be enough for all you done.
That was some serious hero shit you just pulled.
You did what none of us could. Thank you.
It's you. It's really you.
Still can't get over the fact that you killed Faith.
You gave us a second chance. Thanks.
Everyone's glad to be rid of Faith's bunker.
I hope you blew that bunker up good.
Faith and her angels are gone. Good riddance.
You gave me the courage to stand up and fight.
Henbane River's in Resistance hands now.
I hope you get credit for what you've done.
You fought hard here. Thanks for that.
Thanks for all your help here.
You're a fucking blessing is what you are.
You blew up the bunker. Thank you.
Freedom at last. Thanks so much.
I'll never look at fog the same way again.
We can finally live in reality again.
Thank God you got the Henbane River back to normal. I just wanted to say thanks for all you've done.
You're already a legend around here.
Let your heart bloom and be your guide.
The Cougars couldn't have come this far without you. Feels like everything that happened was a dream.
You deserve a raise.
I'm glad to see life returning to normal.
Finally safe to walk around here again.
I'm finally seeing clearly again.
Joseph ain't gonna be happy with you.
Never met a bona fide hero before.
We can begin setting up homes again.
I'll not stop until we get the father.
You freed us from Faith's nightmare.
What's left of the Cougars can take it from here.
Smell that fresh air.
Come back for a visit after you kill Joseph.
I'm glad the angels are gone most of all.
My head ain't full of lies anymore.
Good to see a confident fisher.
Heard you're taking back Henbane territory.
It's good to have the valley back.
Faith got what she deserved.
I'm glad there's still heroes around. I guess you'll be moving on.
The people are finally in charge again.
Hope the fish are biting for you.
Thanks for saving our souls.
Thanks again for the help here. You made White Horse proud.
I thought you'd be taller.
You did good here, Rook.